This is Late Night Health. I'm Mark Allen. The insane Daryl Wayne is with us. And on our phone line, we are talking with Dr. Ed Coop from the Global Healing Center. Doctor, do you still see patients, or is that still your favorite thing to do?
No, I don't see patients any longer because it's, really now the general public are, in a way, my patients. We have about 3 million unique visitors a month, so now I'm just really focused on getting the information and solutions out to the general masses all over the world.
Gotcha. And can people, I keep telling people that what I want to do is I want to live to be 120. I'll settle for 118, but 118, 120. I want to be able to know who I am, and I want to be the one pushing somebody else in the wheelchair. Is that possible?
It's definitely possible, and here's what we found. We looked back at history, and what we realized was, first of all, the root cause of disease is all these chemicals and toxins coming into the body, and including parasites, which is one thing that I didn't mention that we really have a major problem with. Now, everybody has parasites, either candida or mold or some other type of fungus or even worms, bacteria, viruses living in their bodies.
Ooh, wait a second. How do I get rid of these? Now?
Well, you do a harmful organism cleanse, and there's a formula that I actually developed specifically for that, and there's different ones out there. And it really all comes down to this. When you talk about anti-aging or trying to eliminate symptoms, it comes down to one thing. Everybody has a self-healing mechanism that you were born with, which is the most powerful medicine in the world, located right inside your body. It's called your immune system. What happens is the body becomes overburdened, and the liver can't function, is only functioning below 50%. The bowel is not functioning anymore. The immune system then starts becoming altered and not able to function at 100%. So what is the solution? The secret to health is cleansing the body. That's why we were so successful in our clinic, because we started looking at the research. Cleansing has been used. It's written about in every biblical text. It's written about in ancient Egyptian texts, in the Vedic texts. The earth cleanses itself on a regular basis. The animals clean themselves on a regular basis. So what we did in our clinic was we had a system we developed that after testing it on, thousands of people, and now it's been tested on hundreds of thousands of people, where we start off with an intestinal cleanse and repairing the gut, the first exposure point to all these chemicals and the toxins. That's how important the gut is. The gut is literally your main brain and organ in your system. It's the first exposure point to chemicals and toxins, and also the first exposure point to all the good things. So, a healthy gut is a healthy body. A diseased gut is a diseased body.
Well, that's why they say health begins there. What about probiotics? We hear a lot about those. I take them on a fairly regular basis because I find that it calms my tummy, for one thing, and actually helps with acid reflux at times.
There's no doubt that with the standard American diet, I think everybody should be on a good probiotic formula. I mean, when you look at the amount of acidic foods and drinks that people are drinking and the consumption of chemicals, ultimately, the goal is to educate people to eat clean food, to drink clean water, to avoid putting themselves in an environment where they're breathing toxic air. And then, that is the main root cause. But people are not there yet, so we have to develop systems and easy ways that they can clean their intestines on a regular basis, take probiotics to repair the bowel, and then after we did the bowel, we moved on to liver cleansing because that was the next exposure point. And then after liver cleansing, we went to harmful organism cleansing. And then after that, we went to chemical and heavy metal cleansing. And we ran people through all these different cleanses.
I have to ask you something, and that is I don't do bugs, all right? So could we start with the bug, getting rid of the bugs first and then go on with the other ones?
Well, the reason why we have it in that order is because we've tested it on a lot of different people. And the number one thing you need to have working and functioning before you start cleansing other chemicals and toxins out of the body, or before you start killing off a bunch of bugs,
right,
is you need to have your intestines and your gut working and eliminating. What can happen if you don't clean the liver first and you don't clean the intestines is when you kill off the microorganisms, the parasites, and all the harmful organisms in your body, they burst open, and there can be millions and trillions of them, which mostly there is. I mean, an average 1-inch piece of sushi can contain up to 10,000 different types of parasites.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you not eat sushi then?
No, I'm a vegetarian, mostly vegan.
Okay.
Now, I mean, I'm not one of those gurus out there that just says everybody should be a vegan or a vegetarian. I actually changed over a period of time because I was having digestive issues with the meat. I was raised on heavy meat and dairy.
I would imagine growing up in Texas. Will you come back, Dr. Group?
Yes.
Can we? All right. We're going to arrange that. Dr. Ed Group, go to latenighthealth.com. There'll be a link to his website under his name and under his picture. We're out of time, but we will talk with Dr. Group again. Lots of information. We didn't even get to talk about iodine or GMOs. That'll happen on our next conversation. Coming up in just a couple of moments, we have some fun with the insane Daryl Wayne. That's what's happening during the next segment on Late Night Health. Don't go away. More coming up.